Bishanishvili working against Bruno Fernando. Here's that matchup of the bigs that John was talking about, and the first points go to the Illinois big. There's Morcell leaving it for Ayala. Nice feed to Jalen Smith.
And it really comes down to poor closeout.
Ayala looking at Dosunmu. Get a little help from Fernando as he pushes it out to Smith for the deep three. And Jalen Smith, just 26% from behind the arc, but he hits.
Give him credit for putting himself in the right position to make plays.
There's Fernando against Bishanishvili. Head and shoulder fake, and the hook falls for Bruno Fernando.
Not much you can do about that other than get the ball out of there. A unique perspective. Grew up in a different world, but
Fernando driving to the rim against three Illini.
And that's simply a great lead.
Mark Turgeon urging his team on to play defense on the sideline in front of him. Jones on the baseline. The pull-up falls. Tevian Jones. This is his 6th game back after that 8-game suspension mid-year.
Being attention to detail and transition defense is certainly one of them.
Gotta find some points now, too. Haven't scored in over 3 minutes as Dosunmu takes care of that. Getting to the rim, and he'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Maryland back to work with 15 to shoot. Fernando on the drive. Past Jordan, gets to the rim.
Look, it's a tough matchup.
Falls out into the arms of Andres Feliz. Here's Dosunmu in the open floor. What a step through to the rim.
I'm telling you, in the open floor in transition, he gets two spaces and through spaces that you don't even know exist.
There's Smith at the foul line. Backs it out to Morcell. Morcell able to get to the rim, the bucket and the foul. Cowan, a little hesitation. The jump pass to Wiggins. And Wiggins with the three.
That's just great execution.
And Brad Underwood said, you could just see the tears just streaming down this big, weathered man who's coached Georgie in basketball. So proud of what Georgie has become as Dosunmu. And Cowan looked for the foul. Mark Turgeon can't believe there wasn't a foul. He's erupted on the sidelines as Dosunmu hits the three in transition to bring Illinois within 6, and a timeout taken by Maryland. Frazier around the screen. Dosunmu underneath to the big man. Bishanishvili with a left hand rejected by Smith. Has to hoist. Good if it goes. It does not, and halftime has arrived at Madison Square Garden. First half when the shot clock was winding down. Mark Turgeon telling us he'd love to shoot more of those. And we're wanting to because he can do stuff like that.
Yeah, that kind of happens when you play the Illini.
It does,
They force a ton of turnovers. The key for them is they got to turn them into points.
The three for Jones. There's points. Tevian Jones from deep. Cowan around the Fernando screen. He'll float it to the big man who drops it over the left side of the rim. The bounce to Ayala. Oh. Trapped on the baseline, and another turnover, number 9 for Maryland. The three, and it's ball. A super start to Super Saturday here on BTN.
To me, those plays are the slim margin for error that the Illini have.
Smith with the three. Another rebound. His 5th. Pushing Dosunmu to Jones. Open look. It falls. Tevian Jones having himself a day. Jones had been back for 5 games before this one from that suspension, John. He'd scored 9 total points in the span. And the answer for Maryland.
It's an interesting lineup for offense right now. You got to think Ayo Dosunmu needs to see the basketball, but he's done most of his work in transition.
Jordan, a little bobble. 4 to shoot. Oh, great. Feed and finish. Tevian Jones. The areas that Mark Turgeon, when we were talking about it, about Bruno Fernando with him, he said, yeah, that's where he's gotten better. He wanted to be a better free throw shooter, so he worked on it. Now he's a good free throw shooter. Fernando. That'll dictate a little energy.
Defense gets set. A little miscommunication there.
And picked away. De La Rosa able to tip it out of the hands of Fernando. Dosunmu, Tevian Jones again. Ball's out. Wiggins rebound. Big offensive board, and then a turnover. Long pass ahead. Dosunmu to the rack. Big Ten, you got to watch every game because every one of them is going to have something surprising in it. And Illinois has its 2nd conference win of the year. And a big one, 78-67.